Hello and welcome back to the Argonian adventures. So, last time our character died, but we had already declared a war on House Dress, so we are committed to that war with slightly less allies than we had initially anticipated. That's going to be our main challenge for today. Before we do that, we have a bunch of other stuff we need to do. We need to get our council filled, we need to do all of the things that we do at the start of a new character, we need to get some new lifestyle stuff chosen. There's a lot of work for us. But before we get into that, I want to answer a question from the comments because it intrigued me. Mainly because I didn't have any clue whether it was right or wrong. So I've done some investigation. The question from the comments was, it says you cannot adopt a feudal-like government. But could you adopt a clan government? And, well, to that I went, I don't know. It quite clearly says in here, no feudal-like governments. Feudal-like governments, by the way, it defines as autocracy, feudalism, heriocracy, and ceremonocracy. That was more difficult to say than I thought it would be. And those are 4 government types, only one of which exists, I believe, in base CK3. But it doesn't say anything about clan anywhere. So, I looked into it. And if I go to the government map mode, which is one that I don't usually click on, it's at the top, okay. You will see that throughout here, we have no clan governments whatsoever. Which is a pretty big clue that they probably don't exist. But I also went to check the base CK3, how do you turn into a clan? You can only turn into a clan if you are of a Muslim faith, or your liege is of a Muslim faith. Now, as those don't exist in Tamriel, that's probably our second clue. So I don't think there is any way of converting to a clan government type, despite it being a default government type in CK3. Kind of interesting that it's not in this mod at all. Anyway, the other thing that I did notice is when we go to decisions, we do have adopt autocratic ways, which allows you to adopt a feudal-like government. And to do this, you need to have absolute tribal authority. You cannot have the Kuvesti trait. You have to have a level of fame distinguished level 2 or above. The development level in the Leal of Stormhold, which I assume would change to be your capital, is greater or equal to 10. And you have 70% of all military and civic Empire of Men innovations. So Empire of Men is the current tech group level. So we need to have 70% of civic and military. So we're really, really far away. Even if we get rid of the Kuvesti trait somehow, we're really far away from getting this to happen. I mean, what is the development in our capital? Development is 7. So 7's not bad. In fact, we're about to get a new development right now because we're at 99 of 100. But we are still... we're still 2 away, and it is only going up by 0.1 per month, right? So it's 0.1 per month, which means it's 10 months for it to get up to 1, and that's 1 development growth out of 100, so that would be 1,000 months for it to actually tick over to a new growth, which, given that we need 2 of them, it's 2,000 months. Yeah, it's quite a long way away. We would need to get some kind of boost to our development, and there are boosts to your development that you can get, but yeah, for us, it's kind of it's not on the cards right now. Anyway, the other question is, are there any other Argonian faiths which do not have that, or do not have Kuvesti? Well, I mean, let's have a look. So these should be other Hist faiths. So we have Living Law. Living Law, which is hostile to us, does not have that, although that does appear to be a fox kind of trait, I assume. Because there are fox people down here somewhere. Let me just have a look. I'm sure that one of the default starts is fox. Yeah, there you go. So there's some fox-like people. So they're Living Law. Yeah, that made sense to me. Anything else? So we're Hist. We have Ghost Hist. Ghost Hist is the same, except they steal souls. Then Amber Hist. Amber Hist does not have Kuvesti. So, yes, Amber Hist in this one county that follows it would be a fine one to switch to. Sun Hist as well would be fine in theory. So, Amber Hist. Where is that? Can I see the county that follows that faith? How would I even know? Oh, is it this one? Amber Hist. Yeah. So, yeah, that looks like an Argonian faith to me. So, this one, in theory, doesn't have that. So, they lose Kuvesti. They also lose something else for that. What do they lose? Lose Sacred Childbirth for Pursuit of Power. So you can use the Conquest Casus Belli without the required innovations. And then it makes a bunch of traits, virtues. And then Amber Psalm. It's a special upgrade from the Hist Communion activity. And constructing or upgrading castle grants piety. Oh, okay. Well, there is a way for us to just switch faith, or over, I was going to say religion, but switch faith over to this. If we wanted to, but I'm not too worried about it because we don't fulfill any of the other requirements for switching over to autocratic. So, there we have it. Anyway, now we've done that, we need to do the things that we need to do upon being a new character, and that is fill in our council and choose a lifestyle. So we already have a war teacher, that's fine. What's the most important position for us? Also, do we still want to murder this guy? I guess we kind of do, yeah. I think murdering for revenge does kind of still fits us. So it's either Spy Master or Steward being the most important one for us right now. Let's say Spy Master. And the reason why I was asking that question was, if we had somebody who fit both positions, which position do we want to fill first? So this guy's actually good in all three. He's not the best in... Yeah, he's not the best in Spy Mastery, but he is the best in the others. So, let's put in... Now, the problem is here as well, actually. This person doesn't like us very much. So, putting them on the council is not a great thing for us to do, potentially. So, we could put our... What's our best stewardship apart from our brother? 11? That's fine. Yeah, so I'm going to put our brother in here because he does at least like us. And he probably won't plot against us with 99 opinion. I'm also going to switch him off of help schemes. I'm going to switch him on to disrupt schemes because I want to make sure that we don't die. And I don't think that this number is going to go up very quickly. So we'll leave you where you are. Steward. Best steward that we have is this guy. He's also a powerful vassal. Yep. Carry on doing what you were doing. And then our Chancellor. Best Chancellor we have is Makna. So we'll put her in as Chancellor. Okay. So there's our council. We potentially need to switch to collect taxes because we're now losing money, but we'll think about that. Not being endorsed by our sap seeker may not be helping with that. It's also being pointed out that we may not need to actually get claims. We actually have the Conquest Casus Belli. So we may actually just leave you permanently on religious relations, hopefully improving relations with yourself. So that'll be fine. Hist Communion, I do want to do, but I want to wait until after the war. We have some martial perks. So we have land raids, sea raids, sacred raids, and grand raider. We should definitely do some raiding at some point. I keep forgetting we have that. But it makes sense to go down here so we can have stalwart leader, because we're likely going to be leading an army. If we're leading an army, we probably want martial. Although we get 5 advantage for this guy, so let's just take the 5 advantage. There we go, and then we can get stalwart leader. Right, anything else? Well, yes. Also our court mage is a powerful agent in hostile schemes against you. Oh. Do you actually have any magicka? That's the next thing to test. So court mage, cast a spell on us. You have 13. Transmute costs how much? 60. We're paying you 0.1 per month. I'm sorry, Mimazaw. You're fired. Although it'll put you at a deficit. Oh. I kind of want to fire her. The other suggestion was that we potentially got a bodyguard who could prevent us from dying. That seems like something that might be good. Yeah. I do get shadowscale. Is that something that we can do via one of these? Request a shadowscale. You need a lot more money and a lot more piety to even think about that. Okay, that's fine. Just thought I'd have a look while we were here. Maybe we'll have one bodyguard. My champion and friend will be my bodyguard. Fantastic. My friend being my bodyguard is great. Okay. Also reduce our risk to die or be captured in battles we're both fighting in. So, I think, although she already is, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to force her to be a champion just so that we get that benefit. Okay, cool. Right. Anything else that we need to urgently look at? I don't think there's anything in here. I think we're mostly fine. Court physician's mostly fine. Yeah, this all seems okay for us here. Next thing that we want to do... also, I never checked whether we had anything in here. No, we have nothing. Oh, I'll just have a look while we're here. The next thing that we want to do is we want to see whether we can marry off anyone for an alliance, right? Because an alliance would be really good for us right now. Who do we want to be allied with? Did these guys join our war already? Let's have a look. So, they did join our war, and are they my ally? No, they could be our ally, though. And they would be our ally if we weren't at war. So they're in our war, and they'll be an ally if we were not at war. So that's fine. So they're already in. Anyone else? So the Hatching Pools is our uncle. Our uncle is not in our war. Wait. Which one of these guys? So that's the one I literally just looked at. So you're not in our war. No. Okay, and there's no alliance or anything. You have one child. Child is 28. Would your child marry my half sister? I think we've already looked at this. Would Drekus marry my half sister? No, because isolationist culture. Okay, so they're completely out. What culture are you? Naga. Where are these Sarpa down here? You have nobody I could marry off to, except for maybe yourself. Yeah. So I'm looking for somebody who's gonna marry her. We don't have any... Yeah, we don't have any men to marry off, actually. It's a problem. Where are these guys? You got some young sons. Yeah, how about Thuxleel? Would Thuxleel like to marry my half-sister? No, isolationist culture. Everyone's got an isolationist culture, huh? We're all the same culture. You're Naga. Naga. Nobody wants into this, I think, is what we're getting at here. Oh, Hap Sleep. You have a young child. Would your young child like to marry my half-sister? Yes. Okay. Now, this is a half-sister who is not in line to any titles and did not inherit any titles. She has some claims, and that's it. I'm happy with this. Let's send the proposal through. She's the only person we can marry off, but that's fine. We'll send that one through and see what happens. So he has accepted. We will immediately call him into war. Costs us 150 prestige, but it's a very necessary thing for us to do. That's just another bunch of troops that are going to help us. Boosts us up to 4,300 versus 4,268. That is pretty good. That's pretty much the best we're going to get. Now, we are wanting to siege this one bit of land here. So we can walk over and siege that land, and I think that's a good first move. And then basically we want to just hold it. We want to stay in the terrain which is good for us. So that's culture. Terrain is Control G? Yeah, Control G. Something I don't usually look at. So that's all jungle hills. We don't really want that. We kind of want to fight in the Black Marsh. So ideally we want to fight like here. Yeah, we want to fight in this area right here. So we want to siege this and then basically spend our time over here convincing them to fight us. I mean, if we can defend in Jungle Hills, that's fine. Jungle Hills does give you a benefit while defending. In fact, actually, there's Wait, is there... Oh, it's actually wetlands here, which is okay for us, actually. Yeah, we can sit on the wetlands as well. Yeah, that might be fine. Okay. Anyway, we're going to lead. I'm going to head to the Cradle of Shadows, and we're going to see how this goes. Yeah, this should be fine. Now, here's where it says 3 years to siege. 7 months. 7 months is very reasonable. Especially as they're going to be raising their troops over here and walking all the way over. Because I think the AI raises their troops in their capital, except in very slim situations. Like if you have your troops already raised here, they would probably raise their troops somewhere else. But I think if you have no threat on their capital, they will raise their troops in their capital, from my understanding. What do you mean call to war? You called me to your war? Oh no, I've been tricked. Wait, did this war just start? No, he was already in it. I just didn't read it. Okay, I'll accept your call to war. Are you gonna win it, by the way? You are, perfect. So you can come to my war after. I accept. Okay, there's a heresy. There's Vakaliel in Felmarsh. Rajnasa Haksara of Felmarsh has announced to the world that she and her vassals have now converted to Sunhist. So was that the one that was dead? Prior to it was the one that was dead, right? Okay. Having become disillusioned with the teachings of the Hist priest, the nobles of Felmarsh are no longer consider the clergy to be righteous and true. As Vakaliel, they believe their new faith properly aligns with the will of the Hist, and they are distancing themselves from the former religious institutions. So the new things they've got are auspicious birthright, so children can be born with the wise man trait. Okay, and then Zalvaka. Unlock special rewards from the Hist communion activity. Hosting feasts in the summer months earns piety. Imprisoned criminals can be sentenced to a sun trial. Each level of devotion gives a 0.1 health bonus. Huh. Okay. Intriguing. So that's in Felmarsh. I think we'll say I don't get it, but I guess that makes them happy. I'm not opposed to it. Like, I'm not fundamentally against it, but I think that that's not really, it's not our time to switch. We're in the middle of a war. Our liege doesn't follow that religion. I don't think this is the time to switch religion. You would like an alliance. Sure, I accept. You're my vassal. That's great. That just means you can't join a faction against me. Okay, bunch of people converting to Sunhist. That's absolutely fine. Unless our liege, who is this guy right here, unless he converts to Sunhist, we're not converting to Sunhist. My daughter and heir. Aha, I have a new daughter who we have named Hatchling, who is at the very least beautiful. So that's from the mother's side, right? Yeah. So we have a beautiful daughter. Wonderful. And we get 250 piety for that as well. That's a large army. You gonna help me in this, or am I going to be alone in this? The shadowscale request. As I wait for the shadowscale representative to come, for the shadowborn of Zu Zalil, including my own hatchling, I wonder what could have become of her. Would she become an accomplished leader, perhaps a wise sage or brilliant warrior? That because she's born under the shadow birth sign. Oh. Traditionally, most Argonians hatched under the sign are taken at birth to be trained in combat and subterfuge by the Dark Brotherhood. Those few who survive are known as shadowscales, so probably not our heir. But hatched under the shadow, she does not get a choice. She will be a shadowscale, an assassin trained by the Dark Brotherhood to serve the occultated king of Argonia, or she will die as part of their grueling training program. Then the tree minders of our tribe are greeting the shadowscale procession, and in an instant the shadowscale stands before me. It is time, Bimja. But is it? I could defy Sithis and the Hist. I could give up the honor of hatching a shadowscale. I would have shame, but also my child. What are we thinking here? I think it is my duty and honor. Although apparently we will lose stress because we're arrogant, but I think we're going to let her go. Okay. Oh, it just kills them. Oh, interesting. That's how it handles it. I guess it kills them and then spawns a new one. But it'd be nice to keep track of them, but I guess you can't. You'd like me to be fruit bearer. What's fruit bearer? Oh, you'd like me to be your steward. Well, we are a better choice than our father, so I accept. I also accept because it means that we're no longer losing money per month due to the extra money we get from this. Now, this is 4 months left. How long do you reckon it's going to take them? So it's 4 days to get there from where they are. I guess we can wait to see how long it will take them to get to the next place. Yeah, I'm happy to keep going. We can always assault the fort, I guess. 25 casualties every day. Alright, how long does it take you to get here? 14 days. So it's going to take you 14 days to get from here to here. Now, the quickest route I see is here to here to here to here. So 14, 28, 42 days. Now, that is quite clearly slightly lower than 3 months. But we have a lot of siege progress. Okay. You got 3 months left on yours as well. I think we can win this in the time that we've got remaining. I'm going to wait. I think we can wait another province as well. We're at 49 days left. They haven't got all their troops here. So how long is it going to take you to get here? 19 days. That's going to be 19 days. So that's going to put it down to 38 days, 28 days. Do we assault the fort? 24 casualties. It's not going to cause as many casualties. 5 stiz siege progress. I can click it and see how much it'll take. Like, that goes to 9 days left. So that would take us 9 days left. We could then abandon it, potentially, and rejoin with these guys. They're going to join late, no matter what, right? And the other guy's war is not over yet. Yeah, the other guy's war is not over yet. It's this one, right? Yeah, so he's got negative ticking war score, unfortunately, which is his main problem here, but the war is not over. I think we have to assault. So if we do 9 days of assaulting, we're going to take 24 casualties every day, which means that we're going to take 180 casualties. Do we think 180 troops is the difference? If we had 2,200, do I feel more confident than 2,400? Not particularly, no. I think we have to assault. Yeah. I think it's the right answer. We lose so little, so. Cool, we've taken it. And we got prisoners in the siege, which is great. Prisoners are probably worth nothing. That's true. So we could potentially ransom them back. We could potentially just execute them. Yeah. No. How much are you going to pay me? 21? 10. Well, think about it. We're not quite as... Yeah. We're probably not quite as vengeful as our father, but we could be. Yeah. I suppose they did murder him, so... You know. All's fair. Right. So now we are in the wetlands. They're locked into this movement, but we're in wetlands. So wetlands that we would be defending in. So we would get defender advantage of +5. Combat width is lower, which is good for us. We also don't take all the negatives we would normally take. Our culture gives us bonuses when we're in wetlands, right? Negates the supply penalty and gives us an additional +3. Yeah, additional +3 advantage. So we're going to be starting with a +8 advantage. Yeah, so I think we'll be fine. I'd really like this army to join us. I think if we had 3,100, I would feel more confident. They are not joining us currently, though. I think I'm happy to take the fight either way. Could I hire mercenaries? Is that within our possibility? No, that's not an option. Okay. Even if I had the extra money from the from the ransoms, I don't think I could hire any mercenaries. So I can't hire mercenaries. Even if I upgraded my men at arms, which I can't do because I'm missing the prestige, they would not get here in time. So I also need to remember that these guys up upgrade with prestige and are paid for with prestige. That's actually really important to remember because that's tribal only, so we should do that as much as possible. So we can't do that. So we can't hire mercenaries. No holy orders. We can't get more men at arms. We can't get more troops. Even if we reinforce, we're only getting 200 more. We need these 900 troops to join us. There's no other way of doing it. This is the best province to have because it's the one that gives us the highest advantage, and it also is the war goal, which means if we hold it, then we get taking war score, which is the only way we're going to win this. So yeah, I think we have to. Also, one army's always been arriving later than the other. That might be our win. If that army arrives earlier, even if it's by like 5 days, that gives this army time to move in. It might be able to move in at roughly the same time as the other army, thereby giving us a win, but we'll see. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a better place to sit. I mean, there really isn't. It's what they need. Wait, we're reinforcing. I just saw us reinforce. Right? A little bit. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh, it thinks we're going to get slaughtered. Better army commander, more men at arms counter. Okay, so our men at arms counter them. I don't think we're going to get slaughtered. I think we're better than it thinks we are. I would love this army to change course, though, if it could. Because as much as that siege is cool, I would really like to win. There we go. So they're locked in. So 8 days, 11 days. How long is it going to take you to get there? 23 days. So you're going to have 12 days of nothing. Okay. It thinks there are more troops is the biggest thing that we can have. Do we have our best champion? I assume we have our best champion. There's not a lot we can do with champions right now. What's this guy doing? We have a dress just sitting in our... excuse me? Well, why do we have a member of the dress house just as our guest? Kind of tempted to recruit and just kill him, but we'll figure that out later. Well, why are you backing out? They were doing the correct thing, and then they're like, oh no. Oh, now they're doing the correct thing again. Oh no, I should siege. Oh no, maybe I should join. Oh no, I should siege. There's a battle going on. You want to join it? Any day now. I mean, now you've got 21, or yeah, you got 21 days. You've completely screwed us, but like, would you like to join at some point? You know? Anyway, so, we counter these guys. So his pikemen are only doing 55% of what they would normally do, as are his riders. So that's pretty good for us here. Our champions, 13, 18, 11, 13, 5, 5. His, oh, it's got a 26 and a 25. That's not good. Councilman Savor is here? Okay. Wait. For some reason I thought Councilman Savor was the... he's the leader of Drethan. Yes, these are the ones we actually have a feud with. That's fair. We need to get dressed later. That's fine. Yeah, so our rival is in the fight, and he is leading the other side. Their advantage, by the way, is actually higher than ours, despite us having a huge bonus. Although, wait a second here. Wait. Defender advantage +5. We do not have +5 on here. We also don't have +3 from defending in wetlands from our culture. Is that in here? Ah, so it's calculated in here. So theirs is still higher. Oh, because they have wetlanders. Oh, so they actually get a +10 bonus from wetlands. That's my mistake. I kind of assumed that we would have more due to being better in wetlands, but it turns out that they're... Wait, yeah, so ours is hissed skin. And that gives us +3. But they actually get +10 from being on their wetlanders side of things. Oh, so they're actually better in wetlands than us. We're only better in the Black Marsh, which they are not. They do not have a bonus in the Black Marsh. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's let this roll on a little bit. They are losing troops, so... Yeah, now we're severely outnumbered. The fact that this army abandoned us is terrible. We would have had like 4 days, but now we have, yeah, no, this is terrible. We have to retreat. Can I not retreat yet? I can't retreat. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this army not joining has kind of screwed us a little bit. We're doing okay. Like, our numbers are staying even. But imagine if our numbers were staying even and we were getting another 900 and they would have already arrived, right? Like, basically, they would have already arrived. Actually, no, they would have been 3 days out, right? Even if we had even casualties and these guys were 3 days out, that would have looked a lot better than us having even casualties and these guys being 15 days out. Completely screws us. Although our champion did wound their champion, which might mean that they're out for a little bit. Can we get anyone else in here? At least the new champions don't appear to be as good. Okay, but we're still even-ish. These guys are how many days away? 12. Is this going to last 12 days? I guess we want it to, right? Because these guys are arriving either way, so we might as well keep fighting till they arrive. Okay. So we got more in here. Oh, also their new guys that have been added are better. Yeah, so... Oh wait, no, they're only dealing 83% due to countering, although they are countering one of ours. Okay. Yeah, they're actually getting extremely countered now. So they're going to take more casualties. It's not going to end up great for us. Because we're going to lose more in the end. Yeah, I think if they had joined when we actually had an army, that would have changed a lot. But them not joining then is not good. Also, we just lost 50 legitimacy. And our player Heir was taken prisoner. Well, that's not good, because he was also my spy master. I'm going to put in Meemaw for a second there. Yeah, so that went badly. So we lost 1,000 more troops than they did. That is horrible. It was even until a point, and then it just wasn't. So wetlands, we've learned something, are not good to fight in. They are very bad to fight in. Remembering, by the way, that we started this war with effectively... I want to get messenger pitching. No, I don't want to spend any money on this. Okay, yeah, we started this war with an extra 1,000 troops, basically, and that's... that changes the dynamic a little bit. Because if we had an extra 1,000 troops, then that also changes that fight entirely. Okay, what do we reckon this guy likes? He is lazy, impatient, and cynical. I don't think he likes any of these. Okay. To my vassal, I've heard of your disputes with that worthless scullion Savor. Most contemptible excuse for a man. Given our mutual interests, I'm sure we'd get along well, friend. So I can be friends with our liege, who is our uncle-in-law. Basically unrelated to us. I can become his friend. You can try and get more opinion with Councilman Savor with this. Form a rivalry, or say you're no friend of mine. I think being friends with our king makes sense. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to be friends with our king. Okay, that was a big loss. Yeah, we lost 50 from war score from prisoners, and we lost 36 from the battle, and they're going to get 22 swing from taking us back, so... Yeah, it's not good. Did we have to get on boats as part of our retreat? I think we did. Okay. So this is Black Marsh down here. We should try and convince them to fight us in Black Marsh. Okay. Let's go. Speed 5 for a second. Let it... Yeah. So let's speed up. Scheme discovered. Curses. You guys joining me, or... They're going to. Well... Looming defeat. This war is not going well. You might want to sue for white peace. Thanks, game. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep staying here if you guys would like to... Also, I love how it's like, you might want to sue for white peace. That's not going to happen. Okay, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to bait them. This is Black... Wait, is this all... Yeah, this is Black Marsh. I'm just going to move over here. I'm going to move back. They've got ticking war score, by the way, so we're gonna lose, but yeah. Our heir left prison. We paid money. We thoroughly lost that war, but we mostly lost it because we died. I mean, we tried our best. There was one chance for victory, which was if that army joined us, but if we had backed... Let me just give you the alternative version, right? We see that army coming. We back off. We head over here. You know what happens when we back off? They siege this, so now they get taking war score. They come to Stormhold. They siege that. That then means that they're going to get even more war score, and we're going to be losing money. They then start sieging this, and then this. I guess we could have made a mad dash for their capital, potentially. Maybe that would have been our victory position, as if we captured their leader, but it would have been very unlikely to work. I guess what we could have done is maybe white peaced then. So take the war goal, hold it, white peace immediately, and then potentially that would have allowed us to get out of the war okay. Because if we had white peaced immediately, then, yeah, then we would have kept our pressed claim and we would be out of the war without spending any money. But I just thought we had a chance of winning. I thought we'd go for it. Anyway, we are in another war. We might as well go help. I mean, we're already out of money, so, you know, what's another 10? Right, maybe we get some money from sieging down here, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to siege your capital because I need the money from it. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of that because we have no money, and I don't really want our character to die for a 5% chance of killing. Nope. Hey, we got 21 from getting that. We also captured a prisoner. I do not appear to be able to ransom you, so I think I'll just execute you for now. That's fine. What are you trying to siege? The Chiefdom of Archon. Oh, so this bit down here. Okay. I'm gonna go beat up that army for them. Hopefully they don't break their siege for it. Okay. My scheme has been discovered. Yeah. That's not, or at least the person helping in my scheme has been discovered. Is this the person I'm swaying? Yeah, it's the person I'm swaying. That's not good. Right, chase down their army. They're actually not making any progress because they don't have enough people sieging. Okay, I'll go help out. Don't you dare break your siege for these raiders. Right. Head in here. Right, now we're at 11 months left. All we're doing is providing bodies. Do I want to be seduced by my wife? Yes, I think that seems fine. Right. Okay. The Interregnum. For centuries, Cyrodiil and most of Tamriel was ruled by the Reman dynasty, and then the Potenate. Over the next few decades, the authority of the Imperial Province over the other regions of Tamriel diminished until the Potentates could only claim dominion over parts of Cyrodiil. As the Potentate finally crumbled and fell, a power vacuum in Cyrodiil appeared, quickly filled by the Elder Council, who assumed control over the Imperial city and its surrounding area. This new power, claiming legitimacy through the powers given to its council by the Alessian and Reman lines, took the name of Imperial Commune. All over the world, central authorities crumble, and the people look to their nearby lord for protection. The Interregnum has officially started. I missed the part where that's my problem. Yeah, so all of this is now split into its individual parts, and it's all over the place. Which would be cool if we had any way to, like, capitalize on it. However, we have our own problems over here, and we're still dealing with them. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.